Okay, this is the next installment. We're talking about why would a seller want to do a lease with option? Or why would a tenant buyer want to do a rent-to-own arrangement on a house? All right, so let's talk a little bit about it. Right now, the interest rates are going up, and mortgage brokers are having a hard time, getting funded because the interest rates are up. And now there's less buyers to buy the houses. So a seller might want to do a lease with option to help a buyer buy the property to get a higher price for their house than they ordinarily wouldn't get. This is a very interesting time for lease options. We're going to be doing a lot more of them that we've been doing in the last 2 years. So the seller, Mr. Seller, you could get a higher price for your house, and you don't have to pay a commission. And you don't have to worry much about what a typical landlord has to deal with regarding damage and late rent, because the person in the house wants to buy the house and they're going to get their payments on time. They're going to get someone in their house who's going to take better care of it because they want to buy it. And if you've got a vacant house, we're going to help you with some debt relief. We're going to make sure you don't have to pay 2 payments. And you don't have to worry about these double mortgage payments. And pride of ownership, and they want that neighborhood today instead of a rental. These are all reasons why a seller would want to do a lease with option versus a regular rental. Because that tenant, they don't really have pride of ownership. They don't. All right. So that's the kind of conversation I have with the seller. Why would they want to do a lease with option? The big reasons is they get a higher price and there's no realtor commissions, and they get a better person in the house than a regular tenant. Now, tenant buyers. Why would a tenant buyer want to do a lease option? Well, one of the biggest reasons is it gives them time to build their credit stronger. They can get a higher credit score. They can get a better, cheaper mortgage. They can lock a price in on the house. It's not going to go up. They can call the home in their neighborhood, in their school district, their own. They can try the house out before they buy it. They can rent it first, then buy. They don't have to move when they're ready to get a mortgage. If they were in some rental, they'd have to do that. They might even get some rent credits, and we use the term seller's concessions, rent credits. And, does that make sense? Does that make sense? As far as why tenant buyers? One of the biggest reasons why tenant buyers want to do a lease with option is they get that neighborhood today, because a lot of rental neighborhoods, they're not good neighborhoods. And they get the school district today. And they can dig in and really build their families. So that's why we always look for the best school districts when we do our marketing for our sellers. All right. So I want to thank you for listening to this short recording about why would sellers want to do a lease with option? Why would a tenant buyer want to do a lease with option? Thanks for listening to this recording.